I realized I suck at discipline. As a fitness trainer, you would think that I have it all put together, train every day, got a regime. But what I realized is that I'm only disciplined when I have to be. Moments of disparity, highly emotionally motivated, and I'm never disciplined when I'm comfortable or when it's easy. Like it goes back to college and high school, and maybe no, college and high school when I didn't have mommy and daddy hovering over my head while I was doing my homework or studying for a test. I realized that you would have weeks and months to prepare for a test or to execute a project. And I would spend the first 75% of it saying, I got this, I got this, I got this, instead of preparing for it, sorry, not for myself, but preparing myself for it. The last 25% or that week of is when I would start studying or start doing the project. And it's in those moments of desperation because I got to get it done or I got to study so I can do well on the exam is when I'm actually disciplined. I put things off when I should have put exactly those other things off in the first 75%. I should have been preparing for it day by day, being disciplined, having a plan, much like having a fitness program where weeks 1 to 4 however you phase it, however your program is phased, should be regimented from the beginning. Your plan of attack should be executed regardless because you have a goal. And this is the set amount of time that it's going to take for you to achieve that goal or achieve certain results. And much like a 90-day program, you have those first few weeks where you have to prove to yourself that you're going to stay on top of this. And I realized in myself, that's why I keep fluctuating in my weight, not staying on point all year round for the rest of my life, is because I'll be disciplined for a moment, or I guess a certain phase in my life. Then when that phase is over, that phase of, disparity is over, comfort sits in, is when discipline falls. And that's what I have to learn. I have to learn to be disciplined when it's easy. And there's no excuse. Living in Canada, living in North America, there is no excuse. There is no excuse to not be disciplined. There's no excuse to not be fat and fit. There's no excuse to not be, there's no excuse to be strong and to be skinny and strong. No, there's no excuse to be weak. There's no excuse for it because we have all the tools here in Canada and North America. Yeah, who we have in government right now is a different story, but we all have the control. Now we still are free to an extent, and we have the capacity to be disciplined and to be the best we can be when it's easy and comfortable. When it's not easy, being disciplined when it's not easy is easy. Being disciplined when it's easy and comfortable is difficult. That's what I truly have to learn, and that's the whole point of this 90-day challenge. That's the whole reason why Real North training started.